Welcome, I'm Todd Raffel with Eightfold. Eightfold.ai is our domain name. We're a talent intelligence platform. I'm here with Cori Close. Coach Cori Close is the head coach of the UCLA basketball team, women's basketball team. They were 25-4 when the season ended somewhat abruptly this year, and she's won a number of awards for coaching, including the Pac-10 Coach of the Year award and more, and has been involved in more than just coaching. She's UCLA and UC Santa Barbara previously, has worked with boosters, fundraising, developed her own marketing plans, and more. And I wanted to find out from you, Coach Close, anything you've done during this time, last few months, to keep in touch with your players, motivate, bond with them, connection, and perhaps beyond players, it could also be recruits, or just people who happen to maybe not even in touch with them, but they're thinking about the program and just they see you out there, or maybe people who are incoming, who have already signed on.
Sure. Well, I think it's, I mean, all of us are in uncharted waters, right? So it's just a matter of, trying to reevaluate what you need to get accomplished. And for us, we have sort of four different constituent groups. We have our players, in which that's our predominant one. We have our donors and our fan base. Then we have our recruits, and then we have our other staff members, in which we work with at UCLA that we need to foster. So, I really sat down and tried to reimagine that. What do we want to get accomplished? How do we connect? How do we do it differently? We also thought, there's a lot of frustration when the season ended so abruptly. So it's like, how do you love your people well? And then you got same within business, right? Some of your people are, maybe their relatives are contracting COVID. There's a lot of fear, there's anxiety, there's financial implications. And so I think it starts with genuine care for the people around you. And so we decided, what does that look like? And we started, everyone on our staff and all of our meetings every week, we started writing thank you notes or check-in notes to a player. Every staff member does one to a player, a donor, not a recruit in this case, but a staff member, and just tried to check in and say thank you and go, hey, I'm thinking about you. I think those go a long way, and sometimes we don't pause enough to do those types of things. But, I think we want to also have fun. And so we would develop these trivia games over Zoom, or we had a family TikTok challenge. All of the families, they had to get everyone in their family involved, and then we did a little TikTok tournament between all of our players. And I don't care if you're, almost 50 like I am, or you're, 18, 19, there was a lot of laughter, a lot of connection and things like that. So I think, there was a great coach a long time ago. Her name was Kay Yao, and she used to have a phrase that really hit me. She goes, it's okay to swish your feet in the pity pond, but no swimming laps. And I think with this COVID, with, all the things that were happening with the losing of the season, going to online learning, the racial, tensions that were happening and racial injustices, all of those things they can be very overwhelming. And so my job as a leader is to have great empathy and to enter in, but then also to provide leadership and to provide vision in creative ways. So we've done that in recruiting as well. In recruiting situations, we've had to, that we would have normally during this season of time, people would have been coming in and making their decisions, taking their official visits. We had to use drones. We had 3 of our staff members pretty much spend 3 straight days on campus with drone footage, going behind the scenes, trying to create a virtual campus tour. Or we've done these Zoom meetings about what we're about. And we have a Prezi that we do, or a PowerPoint that we do virtually, and we really go through things. But, you can swish your feet, you can swish your feet and be disappointed in the pity pond, but we were not going to swim laps. I think there's opportunity there, right? If you look at it there's all these obstacles, there's all these challenges, but there's also opportunity. And if you don't face it that way, you don't get the chance to experience new innovation. You don't get the chance to experience just the opportunities that are set forth. So, I could go on and on, but I think those are some of the specifics.
And one last thing I've seen on Twitter, you've done a lot to play up your alumni, some of whom have gone on to pro basketball and others onto other careers. And I think that is a subtle message to prospects, incoming people who are going to start in the fall, that kind of thing?
Well, I think branding is a constant, right? And so, but how do you also have a cross section of really genuinely caring about your own people? So I'm showcasing our alumni and over the social media, when I'm honoring them, I want to accomplish two things, right? I want to genuinely honor them. They're doing amazing things. I want to say thank you for what you've given to the program. Thank you for the way you're living your life and being an example to the next generation. So there's a genuine wanting to honor them. But branding is constant. And so we also want to reinforce what our core values are. Our mission statement is to be an elite basketball program that teaches, mentors, and equips young women for life beyond UCLA. So we're going to showcase people that are in line with that vision and do that. And then our core values are to be people of gratitude, lifestyle givers, and to have a growth mindset. So everything we're putting out is hopefully reinforcing those values. And it's also a great reminder to ourselves. I always think if I'm in business or if I'm a teacher or a coach or whatever, I think that when you're trying to mobilize an organization and you're a CEO of a company or you're in HR, that you got to constantly cast the vision, constantly reinforce the mission. And, and I think that's what we try to do in everything we do is try to have our branding reflect our mission on a consistent basis.
Coach Cori Close, again, she's the head coach at UCLA. Thanks so much.
You bet. Thanks for having me.